We master violence to end it. Well, that's a great quote, Storm Shadow. And speaking of Storm Shadow, here's the Mezco 112 Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes as well. Now, this is kind of a casual look. I decided to take a casual look at these two. I've had them both in my collection for a while. I did mean to do a review, but I never quite got around to it. So let's just kind of have a casual look. And here they are kind of posed up with their weapons. Obviously, you can see Storm Shadow flanked by 3 G.I. Joe classified Cobra Troopers. Now, obviously, we've got the Retro Cobra Trooper coming on soon. Yeah, coming soon on Retro Card. So feel free to pick a few of those up. This is the more OG version. It's the Infantryman, actually. Cobra Infantryman. But here you go. This is Cobra G.I. Joe. Mezco 112 G.I. Joe Cobra Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes, and I've got to say they're really good. They're both really good figures. Now, I picked up my Storm Shadow from the whole shebang and my Snake Eyes from Emporium Cool, and I'll put links to both those in the comments below. But let's get into this video and TAKTAK Toys. So welcome back to TAKTAK Toys, your home of G.I. Joe Classified, Valorverse Action Force, Operation Monster Force, in this case Mezco 112. Now let's get on into it. So yeah, let's chat about some action figure content, and in this case it's Mezco 112. So without further ado, let's speak a bit more. And Yo Joe, of course, at the time of this video, it's Yo Joe June. So there's me as Flint. This video is not for kids, and let's start off with the packaging. So this is obviously Snake Eyes packaging. Now, the box is a little bit bigger than some of the other Mezco 112 G.I. Joe releases. All the other releases so far have been a bit smaller in terms of the box packaging. This one's more the standard size. As you can see on the front here, it's got that classic look of Snake Eyes and Timber, which was on the sort of file cards from the 1980s. And moving to the side, we've got obviously Snake Eyes' name and G.I. Joe on the side. And then on the back, you've got this sort of paperwork that comes to sort of give you kind of, you know, the care information, should we say, of how to look after your Mezco 112 figure. They kind of have to put this in to just kind of, you know, ensure that it's obviously not a toy, it's more a collectible. But obviously, you can pose the figure up as much as you like. In my opinion, you can anyway. So there's Snake Eyes' name on the back and the G.I. Joe logo. We can have a look at what he comes with. And he does come with a lot of stuff. So we're going to get into that now. There's obviously 16 sets of hands. There's the figure on the back himself. Now, I'm not going to show you all these things just because they're in a bag somewhere on my shelf. So you've got Timber with a few different face sculpts. You've got a couple of swords that he comes with. Sort of weaponry there, like guns, a blast effect, a few a few throwing stars and a few knives, like a pair of knives. So you can see he's really kitted out, and then a few kind of like throwing motions with the actual throwing stars, you know, kind of a throwing effect, I should say. So as you can see, he's quite kitted out with bits and pieces on it, and he should be really, because Mezco 112s, you're looking at kind of like an £80 price tag. I think this one was about £104 here in the UK. As I say, I got mine from the whole shebang. I got mine from Emporium Cool. I got my Snake Eyes from Emporium Cool. I was able to split the cost with PayPal, but yeah, Firefly is next on my radar at some point. I will be picking him up, I just don't know when. But I really do love these Mezco Joes. So yeah, here's another look at the packaging. One thing I like, they've got that really sort of classic packaging. Obviously, we're gonna, with the retro card, I mean, we've had a retro card Snake Eyes, haven't we? Yeah, a Commando version. So we'll probably get this Ninja version at some point on retro card, maybe. And then moving over to Storm Shadow, here we've got a look at his packaging. Again, this is more the sort of size of the G.I. Joe Mezco 112 packaging. It's a bit smaller. As you can see on the side there, you've got the Cobra logo and Storm Shadow. So yeah, I'm doing this review on my bed, by the way. I'm feeling a bit lazy, so I've just put the diorama up on my bed. As you can see here, he comes with quite a few sets of hands. So there you go. A few different face portraits and sort of like head sculpts, like masked and what have you, masked ones. He's got like throwing stars there, as you can see, sort of bow and arrow. The swords, I found that my sword sheaths couldn't plug into the arrows like the or the bow set like that, like they do on the box, but maybe I've got it wrong. You've got the Cobra logo, obviously Snake Eyes comes with the G.I. Joe Cobra stand, and then like a few throwing effects and things like that. So again, I think this one was more sort of around the £80 to £90 or dollar price tag point. Again, I picked this one up from the whole shebang, yeah. So I got my one there. So there we go, yeah. So really good look at the packaging. So as I say, the Mezco 112s, their packaging does tend to be a bit smaller with the G.I. Joes. And here they are out the box. So this is obviously Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow doing battle, and Timber in the background there. keeping an eye on a Cobra Trooper, and the other two have been defeated by Snake Eyes earlier. And these figures pose really, really well. You know, I'm not a particularly dynamic poser. I don't do a lot of ACBA, but for the sake of the video, I kind of wanted to pose the figures up. And they can, as you can see here, they do pose really well. Now, should you get the Mezco 112 G.I. Joe figures if you've got a G.I. Joe Classified? I think you should. I personally think you should. I think it depends what you want. Do you want to collect everything? Do you want just classified? I mean, classified figures are great for what they are. For the sort of £25 a dollar, you know, price tag, you get plenty of accessories. They're really kind of good. But if you want something a bit more high end, then Mezco 112 certainly will provide you with that. You know, when you get a Mezco 112 figure, it does feel like an event. And so far, I've been very pleased with all the G.I. Joe figures that have been revealed, you know, in relation to Mezco 112. And of course, it's G.I. Joe Jr., as I mentioned earlier. Here's the Stinger. This is available on Blue Owl Collectibles. I'll put my affiliate link for Blue Owl Collectibles in the comments below. You can pop on over and purchase the Stinger there for $99.99, a really good price if you're in the UK. And if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to smash the like button. Feel free to comment and subscribe. So yeah, as I say, this isn't a review, it's just a kind of casual look at both Mezco 112 Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. This was kind of, I felt it was a bit inspired by like Street Fighter 2, where you got crowds in the background looking at two fighters. So I put the Cobra Troopers, you know, supporting Storm Shadow, but looking at Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes face off. Again, these figures are so poseable. They pose really, really nicely. As you can see there, Timber is in the front supporting Snake Eyes, but these figures, they do just pose and are really lovely. I mean, you know, don't get me wrong, G.I. Joe Classified pose really well, but I find with Hasbro figures in general, like Marvel Legends or G.I. Joe Classified, I've got to kind of like put a bit more effort into posing them. Whereas, and I'm not very, you know, I don't pose figures all the time, but with these sort of more high-end ones like Mezco 112 here, they pose just really naturally. And someone like me who's kind of doesn't do a lot of posing with their action figures, I tend to play with my action figures a lot more in little battles and things like that. Yeah, it's really easy. Like I said, I got Snake Eyes from Emporium McCool. I'll put a link to Emporium McCool in the comments below. And I got Storm Shadow from the whole shebang, and again I'll put a link to the whole shebang in the comments below. And I'm going to put loads of sort of UK independent retailers and international ones. So again, here's Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow sort of battling it out. Yeah, and they're loaded with weapons. I mean, I could have sort of done quite a few more sort of little video clips here. You know, Storm Shadow has a pair of nunchucks kind of holstered in his thighs. Yeah, Snake Eyes is like an Uzi submachine gun and handgun holstered in his thigh, and a knife on his back, you know, on the back of his belt. So I mean, they just are really loaded with accessories. I really think they're great, the Mezco 112 G.I. Joes. I mean, I'd love to see Zartan. I'd love to see Mezco do a Zartan. I think they could really do him justice with a few different face portraits you could put on. Cobra Commander be another good shout. I think a classic sort of Cobra Commander. I personally like the battle helmet one, but obviously you could get a hooded one in there. Dr. Mindbender would be a really good shout. You know, he could have all sorts of science experiments he could come with and all that kind of thing. Serpentor would be another really good one, particularly as those guys are quite hard to get in G.I. Joe Classified. They were sort of more exclusive and they're a bit harder to get now. Yeah, I mean, there's sort of loads of choices that Mezco 112 could do. And again, for great places to purchase and pre-order action figures, you can check out TAKTAK Toys. Feel free to check out In Demand Toys, of course. Again, links for all these will be in the comments below. You can, of course, check out Star Action Figures. Then let's see where else you can check out. You can, of course, check out all the cool stuff, so feel free to check them out. Why not check out Comics and Cocktails? And you can check out Gobsmack Comics, which is like a comic shop, yeah, online. And for your Action Force needs, feel free to check out Valaverse.com with international shipping. So there is that as well. They've got obviously Wave 5 up for pre-order now. And if you feel like some action figure news, you can of course check out my episode of Flicks and Figs 24. And you know, for all your latest Marvel Legends news, of course we had a Marvel Legends live stream recently. Check out Dan Who Reviews. You can check out Legends and Liquor, Turtles and Tea with Dan and Tanner, and of course Joes and Juice with Dan, our host, Tom Mini Plastic Multiverse, and myself. It is of course Yojo June at the minute, and we're talking all the latest G.I. Joe reveals again in July. Of course, for action figure reviews in the UK, you can check out Jay's Toy Collection UK and his live stream on a 2-weekly basis. Feel free to check out Miguel and the Wolfpack Toy Review for toy hunts in the California area, and of course you can check out Justin Collects as well. so feel free to check him out. He does lots of Q&As with his viewers, sort of talks about collecting. You can check out Happy Pursuits, a really fun YouTube channel with a lot of energy, so highly recommend him. Of course, check out AC Toy Design. You can check out his Patreon if you like, and he does sort of lots of questions on a podcast. You know, from his Patreons. You can check out Dante and the Infinity Equation. For action figure sort of news, you can check out Robo Don't Know. Very professional job he does on his channel, talking all the latest action figure news. Feel free to check out Agent Z-Man. If you like film and TV review, of course, you can check out filmandtvreview.com. And check out the 3POA podcast as well for action figure chat and pop culture discussion. And what else have we got here? Yes, you can check out Austin the Hero Collectors, so feel free to check him out. And for action figure reviews in Ireland, you can check out Brian's action figure reviews. And what else we got cooking? Let's have a look. For all things Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions and more, you can check out Trevor the 1/6 shooter. And feel free to check out Elson Official Music for pop music covers and music of his own design. And you can check out Cypher Sigma for film reviews and action figure sort of pickups. So another great channel. What else we got here? For toy photography tips and tricks, you can check out Photo Dave and Toy Pics. And what else? Let's have a look. Yes, you can check out Why So Serious Toys, so feel free to check out his YouTube channel as well. And you can check out Big Will, Pixels and Plastic. He does lots of sort of videos on wrestling, so a great sort of channel to check out. And we've got, so check any of those YouTube videos out. Links to them will be in the comments below. You can check some of my previous videos. So I hope you're enjoying this video on Mezco 112 Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. As I say, I'm really enjoying all the sort of Mezco Joes. I think they're really fun, they're really posable. I enjoy G.I. Joe Classified as well. I think the two complement each other really nicely. They've both got a place in my collection on the shelves, in different places, but I think they're really good. I think either one, you could collect both. You could collect either. If you're a completionist, you can collect both. If you're sort of wanting one to be like your kind of ultimate version on the shelf, probably Mezco 112 is going to be your best option because they're laden with accessories, but that takes nothing away from G.I. Joe Classified. For example, the G.I. Joe Classified version of Storm Shadow in this outfit is absolutely a cracking figure, and the same with Snake Eyes. With the various versions we've got Snake Eyes from Classified are all excellent figures. So, you can't go wrong with either choice. I mean, I wonder if we might get army builders in Mezco 112. I've obviously got the Cobra Infantryman from G.I. Joe Classified behind 3 of them, but maybe we'll get Cobra Infantrymen in Mezco 112. Although that could be a bit of a hard sell because it's an army builder and Mezco 112 are sort of more high end. Well, let me know any of your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and there's plenty of different stuff you can watch on YouTube. Keep enjoying your action figures, and until next time, I'll see you on the next one.